Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Market Check. A reminder that there is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about markets. Welcome, guys. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. I'm Snorlax. You guys also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Max, Tucker, and Jackus. I think we'll get the doctor in here a little bit later. He said he was running some errands. But once again, guys, welcome. Hope everybody is staying safe, enjoying their Monday mornings or afternoons, depending on, on where you are in the world. Real quickly before we get started, I'm just going to pester you guys to like and subscribe if you haven't already. That means a lot to us when you guys support us, of course, and we love, the algo is beginning to, I think, really take a liking to us. You guys have been absolutely crushing the game. As far as this engagement with our videos. So we appreciate you guys, and we can go ahead and get started, right? There hasn't been necessarily too much going on other than the fact that, there's been a consistent theme, a consistent trend over the last 3 or 4 weeks, and that's that markets have been wanting to move higher, right? You can see the dollar index portrayed on, well, everything wants to go higher but the dollar, right? And that's portrayed on Tucker's screen, as you guys can see. Liquidity flowing out of the dollar, out of cash, out of fiat, and into assets that have been appreciating. You can see that through Bitcoin. You can see that through this rally on stocks, altcoins. You name it. Pretty much everything has been rallying, with the exception of the dollar, the things that are being drained of that liquidity. But we did actually get some pretty interesting news, I think, yesterday. I'm not going to delve into any politics, but Argentina, of course, elected somebody who is very pro Bitcoin, which could potentially have fallout for Bitcoin later this week. And, possibly even as soon as today. It is a Monday, right? So we always want to be a little bit careful trading Mondays, but some good little volatility that we've gotten within crypto markets already. And, it looks as though stocks are going to continue higher, at least early on this week. So I believe that is probably going to be a good omen for Bitcoin here, and risk, as we, as we've been covering over the last few days and the last few weeks. And I'd like to get right into the charts, guys, because we do have, like I said, we did have a little bit of early morning volatility on Bitcoin. Some open interest got wiped out. But it looks like right now it's trying to break higher once again, to what's the word I'm looking for? We're looking to, at the very least, sweep those two highs that we left, over the last 2 weeks. That is liquidity that we will have to gauge the reaction when we get there. But Bitcoin looks strong. You look at the structure. Yes, there have been some pullbacks, but as a whole, when you zoom out, the uptrend and the structure as a whole, the lows are protected. It appears very much that buyers are in control. So I'd love to know what you guys are seeing in the markets this morning, as well as, did anybody do anything fun this weekend, right? Let's keep it light.
Yeah, hey guys. Man, Bitcoin really looks coiled. Those lows, I can't remember another time when the lows have been respected so diligently. That is just incredible. But I had a pretty good weekend. I'll answer that question first, man. I had a good weekend. I hung out with family. I slept pretty well, which is good. Obviously I have a newborn, which I've mentioned before. So sleep is like a fun thing for me these days. Like if I get some extra sleep, I'm like, yeah, I had a really good time. Like that was a really fun, like a fun thing I did this weekend is I slept. So slept pretty well, ate some good food. I actually had steak last night as well, Tommy. So yeah, it was just it was fantastic, man. Good weekend. No complaints over here. And I actually had some pretty nice weather, but things are probably about to get kind of bad soon. But yeah, guys, so listen, we do have 43 people watching right now. We have 16 likes on the video. That is unacceptable. We cannot move forward. So guys, I have to badger you in the beginning here. And then I'll probably badger you again in the middle, and then I'll probably badger one more time at the end. But guys, if you are here and you are enjoying the content, maybe you're a regular, maybe you're new here, but please consider taking one quick moment and hitting that thumbs up button for us. It does wonders for the channel. It does wonders for the algorithm. And the reason that we're able to grow so quickly, I always say this because I mean it, is because of you guys and your consistent and diligent support of what we are building here, because Bitcoin. Thank you. Look at, he bonked, no pun intended, the like button, even though bonk is going nuts right now. Thank
Bonk is going bananas, man.
Consider just hitting that like button for us. And furthermore, if you are new here, this is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. We are live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 10:50 a.m. Eastern time with this cast right here. Will's Outlook will be joining us shortly. He's another cast member here of Market Check. So the Dr. Will's Outlook will be here shortly. But yes, guys, please, if you have not yet, like the video and then also subscribe. It's a great subscription and it's free. So thank you guys so much for being here. But yeah, guys, what do we think? Up or down? I see a lot of arrows being drawn, Tucker.
a lot of arrows pointing up, man. I don't know. I see a somewhat similar structure, obviously, but what I was looking at was so we had this like wipe, right, which is allowing us to go higher right now. I'm just trying to figure out like if we are painting something similar. The most similar candle I can find is this one. So you know that would somewhat imply like a bleed potentially back into like the lows here, right? Like that, and then just send. Right. And I don't know if we go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to say, so we took out the CME gap this morning on Bitcoin, which I like, but we didn't take it out on ETH. Do you think we have to?
Where is it on ETH?
It's like underneath the wick. It's underneath the wick. It's like you might just need to pull it. Yeah, right there. Right. Oh, yeah. We didn't take that one out. You know,
that's
I don't like that we didn't
take one. Yeah.
But I don't know if we need to. We've certainly left them behind before. I would argue that they're more important for Bitcoin than they are ETH.
Yeah, not at least whipped into that one.
And look at the reaction we had. So either way, it's like I think best case scenario, you probably get that right there, and that's it. That's probably your leverage spot. I think you can buy spot wherever, but I think that if you want to go in with leverage, that's probably your spot. I mean, look at the reaction that we had last time. Last CME gap we dipped into, you shove leverage there.
Bang.
I mean, bang, bang.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if we need to hit it. Bitcoin already filled its gap. If you looked at Bitcoin,
yeah,
I would argue Bitcoins are slightly more important.
We left this one too.
Yeah, we don't really leave them on Bitcoin like we do ETH.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe an opportunity if we get there to shove with leverage. But yeah, I mean, look at that perfect fill. What would it even take for now ETH to drop back down like 60 points to fill that gap? It would require Bitcoin to move back down to that wick, which I would argue you probably don't really need to, but you could, I guess.
Yeah, I like that. I like that fill, actually. I think I don't think you necessarily need to turn around here.
Look at this comment, Tucker. Look at this.
Masseuse, yes.
Yeah, a masseuse.
Yeah, man. Masseuse. We'll do some massaging later in the show, man.
Tucker's got to warm his hands up, man. He's got to warm his fingers
up. But yeah, I think you know, it's the same thing. The low's getting respected. Here we're getting a little action. We'll see what they do. I mean, as long as Qs are going higher, and the dollar is going down, you got the tailwinds, right? So yeah, thinking we definitely sweep.
Man, the chart looks like it wants to head up so much. My only question is, do we get fuckery around the highs and some OE wipeout, or do we just straight go up?
We've had so much fuckery around the highs already. You know, it's time, baby. It's time.
Could be time, man.
Throw a 40 handle on Bitcoin. Throw a 25 handle on ETH, man. I had some nice spot buys on that last dip that we had. I did end up closing some leverage because I was just worried that we were going to go down to like 1800. But I did have some nice spot buys at 1935 to 1950. I don't want that price revisited, man. I don't see the point in it anymore, you know? And maybe Tommy sees it. Is there an open interest? Is there a predatory setup on OI anywhere? that we should be aware of?
I think we had it this morning, to be honest with you, Max.
Yeah.
So it's upski, it's upperoni.
I am biased towards 39K here, but I will say I could just as easily see us trade back down towards this level after we tag it.
Yeah, that's what I meant as well. Like they can, as Tommy is saying, they can take it locally to 39, then we have one more shakeout lower, and it doesn't really have to like start mooning straight from like it can go to 39, right? But then it can reject, clean some of that OI once again to like 37.5 something, then just continue this sort of vertical accumulation. But like with BTC and Eastman looking like like they both look like they're gonna kill bears, man. Just
Dude,
can't help it.
Matic looks really good too, man. I put out a tweet this morning. I'm still holding Matic. It's a meat grinder, but I feel like she's gonna pop, man, because the Bitcoin and ETH pairs both look so good.
Let's see.
You need to go to like the high time frames, like the 5-day or something.
The 5-day. I have the 3-day.
Okay.
Oh, with that I agree. Yeah.
It looks so good, man.
Even the weekly, yeah.
You guys want to hear another chart that looks insane?
Mm-hmm.
Jackus has been talking about it. It's Aptos. I think it's
really.
ready. I think it's ready, man.
Oh,
Fill the wick, bro.
Fill the wick up to 100, bro. Man. Yeah.
Okay, so are we now moving from like micro cap shitcoin pumps to higher cap pumps, including ETH?
Everything going to get a pump, man. Eventually, it's just a matter of, I think it's one of those situations where you should probably, not financial advice, of course, but if you feel like everything is going to pump, probably make sure to stick to the things that and make sure that you can hit them well, and make sure you don't over rotate, right? Because that's something that a lot of people do. I think when you have all these altcoins popping off, is people have limited amounts of capital and they want to be able to chase every pump, so they either distribute their allocation very widely, or they just jump around a bunch and end up missing everything.
Yeah, you don't want to. Don't fumble the bag season, in my opinion. This is not the time to, like you said, over rotate. I think you want to hold on to good bags and set aside a pool of capital you want to play around with, trade with, whatever. But I think this is, definitely the time you want to hold on to good assets.
Jack has said something good the other day. I think he said it this morning too. Looking at something like an ETH, you have to be a little bit careful because ETH has been lagging. So a lot of people are giving up on it, and there's like, it's just not going to pump. I don't want to, like, I'll just go chase Caspa, or I'll go chase TIA, which, by the way, I still think could move up, or I'll go chase Sol. But what they're going to do is rotate out of ETH into stuff that's already pumped and then miss the ETH pump. So you just have to be a little bit careful, like you guys were just talking about, not to over rotate, and over complicate it while these rotations slowly begin to play out.
Yeah, I would only add to that we have to compare, for example, Sol and ETH, not like ETH with Casper, right? Because those are completely different market caps. Well, not so much. Well, they are still, but like Casper moved a lot in the market cap ratio. But the thing is that people will be like, man, I'm gonna play these low cap alt and outperform Ether, and like obviously, man, like you're always gonna outperform Ether on the upside and downside with lower market cap coins. So like when we are talking Sol, we need to, or ETH, we need to talk like BTC, Sol, ETH, maybe Link, right? We can put in the same formula. But then you can look, for example, for the Sol low market cap ecosystem tokens, and then ETH low market cap ecosystem tokens, and compare those, for example. But like in my opinion, comparing ETH and other alts, well, you'll always outperform ETH in that regard. But you can look, for example, even if you don't want to play ETH like spot, you want to look at it to know the market direction, right? And for their alts as well.
Yeah, this Sol ETH pair is interesting.
Krish, sorry, Tucker, to interrupt you. Krish just had a comment. If we are bringing JT onto YouTube Market Chat, it'd be awesome to see his TA on chart. So I just talked to him on Twitter, and he basically replied to me. One second, I need to find it. But he replied that he's busy with meetings, but he definitely wants to come in. So we will probably find some time, just not sure when.
Yeah, you can see on Sol ETH, you can see it's kind of doing the stair step, right? It's kind of stair stepping up. And each time, right, it'll pump and it'll come back to this peak before it dumped and ripped, right? So peak, dump, rip, peak, dump, rip, came back to it, right? Came back to it. We're there right now. So either it's done and ETH is going to rip and we're going to come back into probably down here on Sol, or we're going to get one more and we're going to rip and then come back into this level right here. Or it's done or it's cooked. So that's what I would look for.
Did I hear rumors this morning that something happened with Sol, like something with the chain?
I heard a bunch of wallets were dumping, maybe.
I don't know. I think some Pokemon told me that it actually went down. Is that true?
I mean, that's what I saw on Twitter, man. And it's just funny how memes kind of manifest into reality. You know, people finally shitcoining on Sol again, and of course it goes down.
What did it move down like aggressively at all?
What's interesting is if you're gonna pull out a Sol H4 logarithmic chart and draw a trend line under it. That's pretty neat.
Just the lows?
Yeah, just the lows, man.
Yeah.
The next one to it on the right.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love that, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's what I'm saying, that the trend is finally, like, with this latest push to new highs, we got the first daily RSI averages. Now that doesn't mean that this is exactly top. This means we have entered an area where the rotation begins.
Yeah, it's a bit of a do or die here for Sol. Let's check some rays. Yeah, I like that. You guys know the rays are slept on. Don't sleep on the rays, guys.
Seeing some chatter about Say Network, guys.
Yeah.
With your raise, man.
Hit them with the raise. I think you can maybe come back into like $50. That's probably a bid, as long as Bitcoin stays bullish. If you lose this, boom, bid, bang. There it is. Raise.
I will say the most concerning thing about Sol to me, as somebody who has been trading Sol a lot over the last few weeks and taking a lot of longs on it, is I think Sol ETH is finally at a point of a critical high time frame supply where it favors a pullback, I think, against ETH. Whatever that, whether that means that Sol is going to go down more than ETH or ETH is going to go up more than Sol. I do think that the pair has finally hit a level where you can clearly see it impacting the USD pairs of both charts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can feel it. You can feel it. It's lagging now, for sure.
Yeah, it might be East time to shine. Yeah. As long as this stays bullish, everything looks decent.
What is that? We need to narrate a little bit.
Bitcoin. You're right. You're right.
We've
We
been getting a
do.
lot of comments. A lot of people just listen on audio, and we're like, this level right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
We're the vague descriptors.
The vague descriptors. Yeah.
What?
Right. Mike wants to check out RLB. The low time frames look horrendous. Oh, what do you know? Old TA.
I still think that we are in like this. We are in the middle of the high time frame move higher, and it's at that point where it's true that people say everyone's bullish or so, but that doesn't. That's usually when they start fighting the trend early, and they forget that there's still more to that trend, to that strength, and usually it takes another like push higher, and you need to really form that sentiment. It doesn't like go on the first go when everyone finally flips. These trends tend to continue. We've seen that on the downside, right? When like BTC starts to break below 30K, you still got that another like lower and so on. So like these moves always have more strength in them, and then you will see basically the reverse couples appear everywhere, and I think that's where we are right now. So even if like the people that stayed in crypto, which is not much if I'm being honest, like so many people left or sold, right? So I think it's okay that some of these guys are now bullish or so, but yeah, I still think there is more upside to it.
I do too. I definitely think there's more upside to it. I've really just been watching like USDT dominance. I think that's been a really solid metric. Let me see if I can share my screen. Nope, today is not the day. I don't know why it doesn't let me share my screen sometimes. It's so annoying.
Tucker's got you.
I'm looking for Tucker's always got us, man. I'm looking for, if you go to the can you go to the weekly for me, Tucker?
That's where we are.
All right, flip her upside down. Little inversion for me. Let's draw a horizontal line at basically 5.25%, which is those wicks.
5.25.
To the right. To the right. Yeah.
Do we go -4%?
I don't think so. I think 5.25 is my breakdown target for USDT dominance, which could imply another maybe 20% increase in the total crypto market cap, give or take, just based on historical moves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I start to unload, right around there. And if you put it in log, Tucker, and then you draw a diagonal line from all the way as far upper left as you can go.
Here?
Yep.
Well, that one's going to be.
You have to massage. Yeah, just like that. There's a point of confluence.
Yeah.
And an intersection at 5.25. Yeah, that's fine too. So I think that line right there, 5.25, we're going to intersect it perfectly. The white line and then your red. Yeah, exactly. So sometime. Yeah. So I think that for me, if I see that get hit, I'm mostly risk off. If I see USDT dominance at 5.25, I'm going to go risk off, and it doesn't mean that we can't go a little bit higher or take a while to distribute. Like look at when Bitcoin was at its Wyckoff distribution, Tucker, to the left. Or you can stay here, but yeah, you can tell on USDC when Bitcoin went to 64K, you recognize that top to the left.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how long it took to distribute.
Yeah.
And actually, when we made our all-time high within that distribution on USDT dominance, USDT dominance peaked first. Excuse me. USDT dominance peaked first. So that Bitcoin there was at like 55 maybe or 58, and then went to 64 and actually made a lower high on USDT dominance. So, we could hit 5.25 and total crypto market cap could go to 1.5 trillion. And then, USDT dominance starts to move down and then total goes to 1.7 trillion or something. But I think, again, you go to 5.25% USDT dominance, largely risk off for me. But until then, like, send this thing. You know, that's 30. We can go 30-40% higher. You know, on just about everything.
I mean, that's the Santa rally. Yeah, everybody's looking for, right? That trend up to here, even, and then what? So this was February. So when did this thing top in May? So that was like 2 months later.
Maybe you could pull up Bitcoin on the bottom.
Yeah.
And we could
I think it was like 2 months later.
Yeah. And guys, real quick, while he's pulling up Bitcoin, if you guys could just take one quick moment and just like this stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Happy Monday, the start of a new week. But if you guys can help run these likes up, that would be greatly appreciated. We got 60 people watching. We got 38 likes on the stream. We got to pump those numbers up, baby. We got to get to at least 50 likes. If you guys have not liked the stream yet, please consider hitting that thumbs up button for us. Furthermore, if you are new here, this is Market Check, brought to you by Because Bitcoin. It's our daily live stream here on YouTube with this cast. We're just missing Will's Outlook right now, but he should be joining us later in the stream. So if you guys came from Twitter, or perhaps YouTube is beginning to push us on your Explore pages, please consider subscribing to the channel. We drop a lot of great pre-recorded videos. Plus, we are live 5 days per week at 10:50 a.m. Eastern time. It's a great show. It's fun. You'll make friends in the comments. I won't badger you to like it too much, just a few times. But yeah, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. The reason we were able to grow so quickly is because you guys like the content as well as subscribe to our channel. So thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get back to this discussion. So Tucker, what do you got?
Okay, so
Tucker, when you say Santa rally, do you mean like until Santa or after Santa or just around that time?
Santa rally?
Yeah, when you talk about Santa rally, do you like mean like we bump into
Christmas?
Santa?
Yeah.
Or that after Santa we keep bumping, or like general around that area? Like I'm just
so into
timings.
Into and slightly after, and that's actually what I was about to say is,
yeah,
if this does trend into 5.25 by Christmas, if it acts the same way, right, this USDT dominance peaked out 56 days before Bitcoin topped, right? If it's again extrapolating 56 days, we'd have until February 19th before we topped out.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
It won't be one for one, but it also would make sense where potentially we do have like a big drop right before the halving to scare everybody, something like that.
I would love that drop to happen after Halloween.
Like
why? Really scary. Well, because everyone expects bull market after Halloween.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be
vicious, man.
And it nicely lines up with my recession timing prediction. So
yeah,
let's bring it.
Look at 2015, man. Right after the halving, we did that. We did this. This was after the halving.
Where was the halving there exactly?
I think it was like in here somewhere. Maybe it was in here.
I mean, we cannot really, in my opinion, we cannot use the 2016-17 cycle use in this regard, because we have to put it into present conditions. And the present conditions is that there will be recession sooner or later, right? So we need to keep that in mind. But understand, like that's the problem that I kept saying. People, they kept telling me, "Hey, recession is coming, recession is coming." I said, like, yes, but in the meantime, you have to play this upside that's coming into the market. Now, all these people miss this rally because of it.
Yeah. I don't know when the timing of this is going to be. I mean, I want to think that the big recession trade comes in like Q3 or Q4 of next year, and Bitcoin might just be able to go up or at least maintain these prices pretty healthily until then.
But yeah, it like depends where are we trading and how we got there before it hit. So my base thesis that's been for a long time now is that we get to above 48K to 60K and distribute there. And then the recession comes and we see a big pullback back to the 30K range. We don't go below. We just retest the higher time frame range lows
Yeah.
and go higher from there. But if I'm wrong on this and we see like crazy upside until then, so for example, like let's say hypothetically we go to like, I don't know, 90K BTC, and then the recession comes, maybe maybe we just retest previous all-time high, and that's possible too. And I'm okay to be wrong on this one. And that's why I said we need to see how and when we get to certain levels, and that's important.
This is a good point. This is a good point, Tyrell.
Yeah.
But it's taken a good long time, man. We're not even above zero yet. Right? There's zero.
Exactly. Well,
so,
that's why I'm targeting Q3, Q4 2024, because the yield curve will not invert above zero line until there are rate cuts coming. And I do not think the rate cuts are coming until next year, Q3, Q4. And as he says, that's like what lots of big macro guys get wrong. They thought like, if we go below zero line, that's when you sell the market, and they basically sold the bottom. And that's why I always say that you need to. That's what I learned, right? You cannot just use fractals without the present context. There will be people that say fractals are stupid, and I don't agree. And then there will be people that just short because of macro recession. And you always need to put these things into the context. And I think that context, once again, is that you need to see the yield curve crossing above, like from below above, because at that point, that means that the Fed is about to rate cut, which means there are problems in the economy. And because we went so quick this cycle with the rate hikes, like we didn't go like for 3 years of rate hikes. We went like it took just a year. If you're gonna pull out the Fed funds rate and compare it to 2008, back then it took 3 years. This time it only took 1 year, basically, and that's the problem. So sometimes it can align that we go below the zero line and then quickly go back above, and that's why some people may think that the moment we cross below the zero line on the yield curve, that's when like you sell everything. But once again, you need to put it in the present context, and that present context is that they went really quick, and it takes time before it starts to affect the economy. But it's really about when they start cutting, not about like just the chart. You need to fit the context in my opinion.
Yeah, looking at yields, I think you're gonna get sticky around 4.5, 4.6, somewhere in this area. But I mean, yields trend up forever, I guess. So I don't know. I think a pull back into here, and that's when you probably take profit on some long bond exposure, but I think you've got lower to go. I think you've definitely got lower to go. And if you do start cutting aggressively, then you could come even lower. But yeah, I like what you're saying about context, Jackus.
Context is everything.
Yes.
Timing is everything.
The timing.
Timing is context.
True.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sol ETH looks a little heavy, man.
Sol ETH looks a little
Most
heavy.
everything that I've been charting
man.
against Sol looks a little.
Yeah.
We're charting Sol against,
Yeah.
It just looks like Sol led off the bottom,
Yeah,
and it's had a great move, but feels a little heavy to me, gentlemen.
I legit think would have, like, we've seen fucking Katie Wood shill Sol right on the television, right at this top. Now we are seeing Ron Manran, or whatever his name is. I don't know exactly, but you know who I'm talking about, right?
Rand Nooner or whatever.
Yeah, and something like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so he is now mocking Ethereum basically and calling to jump into Sol. And that's exactly like I think we get the market upside. And I think like Sol doesn't fall in that time frame because it's really hard for Sol to like die on the USD pair in the times of strength of the market. But I think that like Sol basically just stays stagnant, and everyone that is chasing Sol now because of these guys, you know, but it will not do much. They will want to see those big returns, and they will come into other coins.
Like Matic.
Like Matic.
Matic actually looks good. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a meat grinder and a half. I wish I could share my screen, man. I do not
Dude.
understand. Wait,
The
yes,
lower
I
time
got it
frame
to
on
work.
Matic is horrible.
Tucker's got you.
I got it to work. I got it to work.
Oh, he got it.
Nice.
I got it. Let me cook. I mean, this looks insane. This looks absolutely insane. We're gonna go on a ride here, okay? This looks insane, first of all. Like this, it could take a little bit, but like this is kind of like the shove spot, you know?
Yeah.
So if you can stomach the low time frame volatility, this is the shove spot, you know, after the breakout. All right.
Agreed.
But it's a meat grinder. Like I don't even want to show you the lower time frames. The market maker should be in jail. Whoever's doing this, it's terrible. All right. Now we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna go over to Matic BTC. Look at Matic against Bitcoin. Like very clearly defined range, right? We're like sitting right at the range low. It's this simple. We'll make this green for buy, and we'll make this red for sell. It's this simple. As long as this level holds, fantastic.
Max, do you see that 3,500 order block?
Yeah. You talking about this right here?
Yeah, it's gonna take the high of it. That's the Sol high that it took.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. And then you kind of come back and you retest like this whole underside right here, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just run it up to the mid range, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you just look at all of this interaction right here, you know, like I think you just come back.
And all the stops above those weekly highs, right, on this leg down. Look at those.
For sure. And now let's keep it moving. Now let's go look at Matic ETH. Similar looking chart, right?
Oh yeah.
Similar looking chart. Unless Matic is dead, you know, unless Matic is dead, which, you know, I don't know. I don't think it is.
No, I think not either. And once again, what happens is like where you are looking at Ether to lead the market, and it will, and then you are looking to outperform Ether, of course, right? So I think that Matic, for example, is going to outperform Ether here.
Yep. So look at this. Again, range low. Now, one more. We're going to look at Matic Sol, gentlemen.
Oh.
Matic Sol.
That's interesting.
3-day order block, do you say? Oh, interesting. This is capitulation here, gentlemen.
And everyone's chasing Sol. Everyone's chasing Sol.
Look at
what
this.
Could go wrong?
What could go wrong? I mean, look at this trend right here. Look at this trend, Matic Sol. And whenever you see a capitulation like this in the pair, right? Matic Sol capitulates. Whoop. Matic Sol capitulates. Whoop. Just saying.
Max, you sound like Chris Berman. Like I'm watching Monday Night Football.
Whoop. Whoop. I think it looks pretty good here, you know. I really do. I think it looks pretty good, you know.
It's once again like you don't want to enter here with a very tight stop, but understand that the rotation is coming from these prices, basically.
You have to just be able to stomach volatility. Like you just have to.
Yeah.
Like if you just are okay with like a little bit of drawdown and spot holdings, it's probably going to pay out, you know. And I think maybe we could see us down in here like this weekly inefficiency. Maybe, you know, we'll see if we get it or not. But that would look like, maybe 75
Yes.
cents or
Yes.
something.
Yes.
And then it just, Santa Claus rally.
Legit.
But see,
That's what
that's
I
the thing
think
is too, like if you're trading with leverage, I think you for sure have to, be a little bit careful with something like this. Holding spot though, like spot and chill, I'm hanging out right now. Like I'm literally just, as long as we're up in this region, like I'm buying it, and the market still looks strong. Matic's gonna move, man. I mean, do you remember the strength that Matic had like all year when basically everything else, Sol included, was doing nothing? I mean, Matic went, look at from this low,
He pulled a 5x.
Matic pumps, guys. Matic knows how to pump. I'm just saying, like, if you think a rotation is not coming, you're crazy. This might be the leverage. Like, if you want to trade leverage, this could be the spot down here at like 75 cents. But for
just
me,
look at the level, Max. Draw a level around the like the level you just had. Just outline that on the whole chart. No. Zoom out, zoom out.
you're talking
Yeah,
about bring it over to the left now.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the pullback in even a buy, and you just don't even go to fucking like daily, maybe, just have like this area and say, hey, I'm buying on the weekly. I'm not zooming in. I'm buying this level because it's fucking obvious. And then on the day, on the like hourly or something, people will be like, hey, Matic is going back down. You know?
Yeah. I'm already in Matic, man. I'm already in Matic, just hanging out in spot. But if we get 75 cents, I'll be playing leverage, low leverage longs at 75.
Max, go look at ETH real quick, man.
I already know it's gonna look bad, man. Actually, no, it doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, zoom out. Look at the trend line that you already have drawn, man. Trading view line make bounce.
See, but that's okay. If we did come back down here, we have that CME gap, so maybe it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll happen or not. I don't really care. Like, I'm not touching my ETH here. Like, this right here, man. This is a move for ants. Do I look like an ant to you guys?
I mean, unbelievable that meme trend line just did that.
Well, you didn't take into consideration the macro as well.
Yeah, that's true. Can't forget about the yield curve and such.
Yeah.
I think it has a one more push higher, but then I see the pullback as well.
It might happen. It could. We talked about it. That's how we started the show, was talking about this. But also, it's like, what are you really gonna, like, is this, you're gonna go all in here? Like, you don't want to have any exposure? I don't know. I mean, I guess you could wait. It is a few percent. It could be a nasty drop, but if you're just playing spot, like, I'm hanging out. I don't give a damn. But this would potentially be, something like this could be cool.
Yeah,
like that.
Something like this is happening.
It could be a good opportunity. I'd buy a bunch of. I'd ape on leverage, just like over here, man. Same exact thing. Same exact CME gap. The last CME gap, just to narrate a little bit for those just listening with audio, it was the gap up that we had from November 3rd to November 5th. And basically price came back into 1863, which was a CME gap from November 3rd to 5th. And then we basically just went straight up in a straight line from there, tagging 2150. So yeah, right now the current CME gap for ETH is basically 1980 to 1970, probably be where we'd go.
We pushed that ETH breakout. I remember that.
Yeah.
Can you pull in Pepe chart?
Pepe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
And just maybe zoom out on like weekly, right?
Yeah.
And there is just no way that in the middle of nowhere we are topping here. I think one more leg higher needs to come. We can take maybe the lows, yeah, but I think we go higher. And then later on, we come back to fill this inefficiency later on. But first we go higher.
I see. So you're thinking we move up from here. You're thinking here, here, and then inefficiency, and then bull market shove.
Yeah, although I think the upside takes longer and then the downside takes longer as well.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I noted about Pepe is that, I mean, last time it had a nice big move up. It did like this 3 drive like this. I'm a little worried about this right here. So back in July,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
yeah,
But I
I
think
don't.
I think it needs to be put in the context of that if you look at the previous pump, you had no demand in the middle, just like you have now, right? You have the daily demand right in the middle of the move. And then you have the context of the range you have drawn there. So in my opinion, this is the difference between the previous pump and this pump, right? This one,
Yeah, yeah. Maybe this. Take out these lows right here.
Yeah. Like we can front run it though. We do not have to go back there. I mean, if we do, that's a buy, but
I
we
mean,
do not have to go there.
it could be third drive time right now, Max. Like looking at that other pattern.
Yeah, it could be. I don't. Here's
I
what
mean,
I
it
But
remember
actually
about.
looks super similar.
and look at the wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
look at the highs there on Pepe, right? From the mid range. Look at the highs on the daily.
You're talking about right here.
Yeah, exactly. All these highs.
Yeah, you're talking about this. Let me
All these
actually
high,
throw the
all
mid
these
range on
all
here.
these highs are too clean.
Look at that. Look
Yeah.
at that perfect mid range. All I know is that everybody wants to buy here and they're not getting it.
No.
No.
Third drive time, Max. Look at it. It's perfect. Look at the lows too. You've already got them marked. It's literally perfect from the
It's the
last.
same.
Yes, it's third drive time.
It's the same. And
Look
but
at
what
that.
concerns me a little is that kind of marked a local top for ETH. There was like a divergence in Pepe to ETH. So for example, up here, lower low here, and then ETH was, higher high. And this third drive up on Pepe back in July, we had this scam wick higher on ETH and then it was straight down. So I don't want to see the same thing repeat because that kind of marked the top. Pepe basically led ETH off the bottom on both of these pumps. Like Pepe pumped way more. We actually caught both of them, which was really fun. But what I don't want to see happen here is ETH goes on to make a new high to like 2,200 and then it just bleeds down like it did last time.
No.
That's what we
Actually, if you look at these two charts, you are seeing that ETH is leading Pepe.
It is leading it, but yeah, Pepe is first to become exhausted, is what I've
Yeah.
noted. Yeah. Like Pepe only pumps when ETH looks good, but when Pepe starts to show signs of exhaustion, it hasn't been great for ETH. But I won't die on the hill that Pepe is like the ultimate signal for ETH or anything like that. It's just an
No.
observation,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still do expect ETH to go to like that 2,500, 3,060 area. And that just, in my opinion, it needs to line up with Pepe going to the range highs.
So you think range highs right here, like
Yeah.
19, 0, something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we spent a little time talking about like SHIB versus SHIB versus Pepe. And who's laughing?
It's just funny.
All of us.
Who is laughing?
SHIB versus Pepe.
Laugh at your own peril, gentlemen, because this is alpha. Look at this. All right, we're going to actually just delete the fractal. So we're going to look at can I even fit it?
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, we could just be doing this all over again. And one thing to note here, like if this is your range high for SHIB, your range high might be right here. SHIB never went back to visit its range high before the big breakout. I do think that this fractal will end up playing. So I'm keeping that in mind as well, that this basically just looked dead until it just completely came alive and ripped face.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it gonna let me fit this? No. No. Why does it let me do it sometimes? I'm not doing it. It's gonna take too long. But I could see maybe just something like this, and then just straight up in a straight line, just like SHIB did. But SHIB never went back to its range high, until it actually broke out.
That's the hard part. It takes forever in these ranges, and then you see everything pumping, and you have to wait in it. And that's when most people start to chase the other coins, and then it just goes vertical.
Yeah. This is an accumulation range. And I actually do think that the bottom is in on Pepe. I think that this is, I think that this was your deviation right here.
Yeah.
That's safe.
But we must come back to retest it. We must.
Okay, fine. We can come back and retest it.
The deviation, not the bottom orange one, just the deviation.
Yeah. Caspa, bear divs, yeah.
Beast. Absolute monster.
Absolute monster, but do monsters respect the divs?
I think it can make maybe one more push up, but I think parabolic upside on it locally is probably over.
Yeah, I would agree. It's been awesome, though. I mean, what a ride. It's been fun. Fun to watch, man. It just is on an absolute tear. But I've been seeing a lot of newbie crypto influencers talking about Caspa now that it's ripping. Hello. Everybody asleep today. Hello.
Could be a top signal with the influencers getting on board, but
all right, what do you got here, Tucker?
Yeah, this is rudimentary stuff, man. But so I was just looking at the lows, man. All right, so we double bottomed. That was nice, right? We'll get rid of that. But FVG, normie trend. I was just looking at the lows, right? Low, low, low. You could call it a low. We're probably going to put in another one. I'm thinking that. And then we're probably going to put in another one. It's probably, I would expect the path to be something like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to break out.
Retest 2000 or just wick a little bit below it and then up?
I like 1975, man. I think that would wipe a lot of people.
Just the CME gap, man. It's that obvious.
Yeah, you could come back into 1970. Still a higher low, right? If you look at it like this. God, these drawings are ugly, but you get it. You get the point. Right. It'd be something like that. Then one of those, and one of those, and one of those.
Do we think the ETH breakout is this week, gentlemen?
I think it's week ahead. Yeah.
Week ahead? Like this week, Monday through Friday, or you're talking about the week following this week?
I do not think it happens until Wednesday at least. And then it's a question whether it happens on Friday or over the weekend. But definitely by the end of next week it happens. We cannot spend more time here.
Yeah. Yeah, ETH BTC needs to get moving, man.
I think it looks pretty good here, though.
Yeah.
You draw out that 12-hour order block that we've been following. I don't think it looks bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, man. It
It
looks
looks a
good.
little lethargic, maybe a little bit slow, but it'll pop.
Yeah. I like it to hold this high potentially, but we'll see. We'll see. This guy, who was it? Tanner wants to look at total. If I can spell it. There we go.
What's the possibility here that ETH Bitcoin doesn't have to dramatically outperform for a prolonged period of time, right? Like, what if the move happens fairly quickly, like it has, for ETH pretty much on every occasion that it's outperformed on the USD pairs over the last, really over the course of this year, right? I mean, most ETH outperformance has occurred within like a 1 to 3 day period, and maybe ETH Bitcoin, especially after the move lower that it had, needs a little bit more time before we do see that dramatic, outperformance that when ETH gives it. I mean, when ETH gives it.
I mean, I'm trying to understand what's the narrative that the ETH BTC doesn't move up, and I'm failing to make one. Like, what would have to happen for ETH BTC not go up here if
I have
ETH
the
USD
narrative.
is breaking higher?
I have the narrative, Jackus.
What's the narrative,
go.
Max?
Bitcoin and BRC20 is the ETH killer.
BRC20.
All of your favorite Ethereum functions come to Bitcoin.
Okay, I mean, I would love that. Even me being like, I'm definitely way more for Bitcoin. Well, I am for Bitcoin, but like, I still see ETHUSD pumping higher regardless to 3060, and I just do not see in that case how it like doesn't outperform.
Well, I don't think BRC20s can ever challenge ERC20s because it takes 30 minutes for a transaction to happen. Right?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that front.
But
I do think that Bitcoin, from the standpoint of fundamental catalysts, it's something that we kind of mentioned at the beginning of the show. You do have sovereigns that are now going to be bidding Bitcoin at some point. So do we see the bid start to maybe front run those? Because it's one thing for corporations to be bidding Bitcoin or to be expected to bid Bitcoin, and another thing entirely for a country, right? A country with potentially a very pro Bitcoin president. I think that's an interesting catalyst to talk about.
Yeah, but I mean, I do agree. I just am worried that like Argentina is completely broke and doesn't have any reserves. So like, with what are they gonna buy, right?
Oh, I agree with that.
Like it's nice that they are pro Bitcoin. I'm so happy about it. I'm just saying, if you don't have funds to move the market, how do you do it?
What if they just print money, buy Bitcoin, and then they put their money on a Bitcoin standard?
I think they're ditching their native currency for the dollar, is what I read.
Yeah, that's what most likely happen. And then what probably happens, and I think that's a good move, is that they just let BTC be a legal tender, just like El Salvador. But they need to first create wealth to then can afford to buy Bitcoin. Like what usually happens with central bankers is when your economy starts to boom and produce wealth, is that they will start to create FX reserves that is either other foreign exchange currencies or gold. By the way, now we are seeing that shift from FX currencies to gold in many central bankers around the world. But the problem is that Argentinian central bank is just completely broke. They sold all their reserves. There is nothing in the bank, at least from what I read.
Yeah,
like I don't see in their
Bitcoin
books,
with
but
nothing.
yeah, you cannot buy Bitcoin with nothing. And if you just like, you cannot even like nobody wants the Argentinian peso, right? So you cannot just create that one and buy BTC. Like that's the whole thing of BTC, that you cannot inflate it. So what I think happens is like that they create they become a dollarized economy, but at the same time, they let BTC to be a legal tender, and people slowly, surely start using BTC alongside the dollar, and then the country probably starts making its reserves in Bitcoin. That's possibility, but it will take time, and it will be like a the general trend that takes over the years rather than like instant shock where they like come in and sweep the liquidity to 60K or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean that's my take probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like I kind of said on the Giga Chat call this morning. Like we do trade a bit of a meme market in the sense that narratives from the fundamental standpoint, like the actual fundamentals behind them, can vary, and price can still pump. I think about El Salvador really didn't buy much Bitcoin at all, but I think the initial reaction when when it was found out that they were going to make it essentially legal tender, and I'm not sure quite if it's their reserve currency or not. Maybe somebody correct me on that, but it did pump the
They have
market.
two, Tommy. They have the same way. They have dollar and they have Bitcoin, and people are free to choose whichever they want to use for taxes, for payments, for whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a catalyst for the market, I believe at the time, to move higher, even though materially speaking, the amount added to the market capitalization by El Salvador itself was minimal.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think if anything, it's a precursor for what we will probably see during the next cycle, right? Which is you're going to be seeing a lot of these sovereign countries, probably moving more and more increasingly towards Bitcoin. I have a hard time imagining that Argentina is where this buck stops, which is cool. I mean, it's cool to see Bitcoin getting that validation, from bigger countries.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I think they'll do something. But yeah, I mean, what Jack has said is a real point. Like, what if they just are completely bankrupt? Where is it going to come from? But who knows?
Look at this candle, man. What am I looking at?
That's the Monday
Dark
chop.
smoke. That's the dark smoke, and
hit them both. Bang bang.
Do you know the dark smoke meme, Tucker?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the old Darth Maul. We did it. Look at that one. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it still looks good, man.
You know what we call that price action right there, boys? That's perp murder.
Mm-hmm.
Perp murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. It's legit that, and we've been saying that in the BB, guys, that like be careful with tight stops, be careful with leverage. What you want to do is play mainly spot and white invalidations and ride the trend. Perp destroyer. Perp. Wait. How did you call it, Tommy?
Perp murder, man.
Perp murder.
Yeah.
That's just leverage trader hell right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's talk about equities a little bit, guys. How about
Let's do it?
You got a chart, Max?
I got a lot of charts. Man. I got a
Let's
lot
go.
of charts.
Let
All
him
right,
cook.
man.
Oh my goodness gracious. They're ripping it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here, let me I was talking about this morning in our Discord call, but if you view all of this as a big range, which by the way, we were saying that this area is going to hold. Like we were for weeks as we were dropping, we were on here saying like this is your bounce spot. This August 2022 high retest, and if you go to the monthly, it's like, you really think all of this accumulation is just going to be broken through the first time? And we've been buying Tesla and Target, which has been fun, but I think now we're getting to that point where I'm viewing it as we're maybe a little bit overheated. we're getting a little frothy up here. I don't think it's going to turn around immediately, but if you view all of this as a range, this was a deviation below the range low, so bear trap, right? In other words, that's a bear trap. Now I think it's possible we come up and we make a new high of year, get everybody really excited, and then come back down and reaccumulate a little bit, and then we move higher. So maybe something like this. I don't know how long it would take, but I think just given how fast we've moved up, we moved up percentage-wise from this low to where we're at now in less than a month, up 13%. Wow, it's an awesome move, right? You have to love it, but I do believe we are getting a little bit overheated, and it might just be a matter of coming back into like this level right here. I think this would be a solid level where, and for those listening, I'm looking at the NASDAQ chart. I think that, this 15,500 on NQ, really solid level, lots of interaction with it. So maybe we come up to 16,500 and we drop back down to 15,500 for a reaccumulation. And then I think we go to all-time high. But I'm viewing this right now as a range. And, range theory does suggest it happens more times than it does not. A deviation to one side of the range will more oftentimes than not, be met with a symmetrical deviation to the other side of that range. So we're getting close to it, and we certainly moved up very, very quickly. But let's look at QQQ and see if we can.
I like what Champ is the name is saying, that NVIDIA is cooked, which is probably mean, but he says watch the earnings tomorrow. So if you actually gonna pull out NVIDIA, or actually even like QQQ is very much similar, then you see that they could use the earnings to cause the pullback right back to that breaker that you have on QQQ as well, and fill the gap.
Dude, charts worked out perfectly. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. This was actually, I tweeted at you, Jack, as I said, it kind of looks like Bitcoin at 64K. I guess not. Worked for a little bit.
Look at that upside. That looks so much like basically QQQ or NASDAQ in general.
Wow.
And if they have earnings tomorrow, that's legit how they use the news to cause the pullback. Right?
Let's take a look at this. So on the weekly time frame,
I think this could rip, man.
What?
NVIDIA.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't know how to go down.
I mean, I do think it goes higher, but they first could use it to make a pullback before higher. But yeah, like I wouldn't be fighting the trend here overall. Like,
where does the pullback go to on NVIDIA though, Jack? It's like what level are you looking at?
Wait, I need to zoom in on your chart. It's like 470 or something. Yeah, like there.
Like this region?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I could see that. It's just, I just have no interest in playing NVIDIA. To me, to the long side, it seems so fundamentally overvalued. And then to the short side, I recognize that they won't allow anybody to short it. So I just don't want to play it.
Yeah.
But
no, like what's like, it's not worse to be playing the short side here. What's worse is if that pullback comes, you long. Or for example, you can take profits, and then if the pullback comes, you can buy back.
Yeah, this is just this is very bothersome to me, this giant gap on NVIDIA. I don't know if it will ever get filled or not.
It will. During the recession. It will during the recession.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do on NVIDIA is we're going to do this. Go up, get your pullback.
Yeah,
650
exactly.
Recession. That's the new bottom forever on NVIDIA.
Legit, man. That's coming.
That's the move.
Max, let me show you some propaganda, man.
Pull a Tommy and take it.
All right. I'm gonna show some propaganda. All right, you guys ready for this?
Wait, no, they're not ready for it. You want to know why they're not ready for it?
Throw
We
it
don't
up
have
there.
likes on the video yet. We got 73 people watching right now. We got 61 likes. Guys, we got to at least have a 1-to-1 ratio. Quick reminder, if you guys are enjoying the content so far, please consider liking the stream, guys. It does wonders for the growth. And if you want us to keep growing and doing these shows every single day, Monday through Friday, we need those likes up so that we can continue to grow. So, guys, please consider hitting that thumbs up button for us. Again, thank you so much for being here and supporting us. Happy Monday. It's going to be a great week. But please hit that thumbs up button for us. Furthermore, if you are new here, maybe you came from Twitter, maybe you came from YouTube on the Explore page. We are Because Bitcoin, and this is our daily live show, Market Check. We are live Monday through Friday at 10:50 a.m. Eastern Time with this cast that you are looking at right now, plus one more. I don't know if he's going to be here today, but he'll be here tomorrow. His name is Will, fantastic analyst here Because Bitcoin. But yeah, guys, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. We've been growing really quickly lately, and it's all thanks to you guys. So if you've enjoyed the content so far, please consider not only liking the stream, but also subscribing to our channel so that you can be made aware of when we go live on a daily basis. Now, Tucker, it's time for propaganda.
I loved it.
Oh my gosh.
Don't freak
Let's
out.
go.
Don't freak out.
Let's
anybody.
go.
Don't freak out.
I'm going to freak out.
All right.
I'm freaking out, Tucker. What's happening?
Top, sweep. This is where we bounced. Little fractal. See you later.
Why?
I mean,
Why?
listen, I would agree. The moment we would lose that yellow line, then this really becomes valid, and I would totally agree with that. But the problem is, it's not losing the line.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here. I don't know if there was some event that happened here. March 22. I don't know, but
that's the beginning of the rate hike cycle, basically.
was that the first rate hike? Was March?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, yeah. Then we had a fundamental catalyst. No,
Tucker,
I mean,
bro.
I know.
Listen,
There's a reason.
This is propaganda.
It's called propaganda.
This is
The
illegal.
folder is called propaganda. Max.
Not even in good spirits. It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Straight to jail for you. All right, that's not okay.
I mean,
But-
We need an all-time high first.
I do agree that if it were to lose that line, that I don't know if it's like orange or yellow, sorry about that, but like that line, it's the moment if we would go back and lose it, then this scenario is very much valid. Like that's where you completely exit the market if that line is lost now.
yeah, and I'd like to make sure this doesn't get swept and lost. Right. I don't think that would be good if we set a lower high again.
To be clear, we're gonna pull back. Like we're gonna pull back, but it's not going to be like that low that we just set at 4,100 will be protected. We won't even get close to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we go to 4,310.
Somewhere in
that's even deeper than I think. By the way, I don't think we're going
20 on this chart.
I think we'll wick below 4,400, and that's it. I don't even think we'll go that much lower. Truthfully, Jackus is a perma bear. We're not going down there. So.
We're going below that low.
Into this candle.
Yeah, something like that. Like really sweep that liquidity below that sort of retail support, and then a bit higher.
A lot of gaps on the way up, boys. A lot of gaps.
We filled that first gap.
Yeah.
Under the low. Well, the higher one.
This one?
No, the higher one. This one.
We filled this?
Yeah, we go fill this and head to new all-time highs.
Oh, we will fill it. Yeah.
I think like that's like the same thing as what I said for Nvidia, right? Like I wouldn't be shorting here, but it's good if we were long from down below, then take profits, and if it pulls back, then you can rebuy down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the play. Like just because I think pullback is coming doesn't mean you want to be short, right? Or
I would short above the high for like a scalp, like a 1 week, 2 week play,
oh yeah.
because I do think we'll do something. I showed you guys on the NASDAQ what I think is going to happen. But it's basically like a range play. Just, basically just so I could have a little bit of extra profits just to get longer with, but I think it's a really clean range on the NASDAQ. I might play a little bit just for a pullback.
Just
But
to get even longer, man.
Listen, look at this propaganda right here. Okay, this is good propaganda. Yours illegal, man.
Yeah, that is good propaganda.
This is it right here, man. Bear trap, bull trap, smart money reaccumulation, moon. That's it. That's it. Moon. Jackie Moon. Flint, Michigan tropics. Moon.
I agree. I just think we go below that orange line. Just slightly below that orange
Too
line.
bearish, Jackus. No.
Yeah.
No.
You need to wreck both parties before every major move. You wreck both parties. Remember that.
Okay.
You guys fading the sniper right now, man? Come on now. Come on,
Hey,
man.
there's no cell signal on the sniper right now, Tuck.
There is no cell signal. That's true. That's true. I mean, come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Is that hindsight?
Just ignore these. Ignore these in here.
Just ignore those. Yeah, don't worry about those. That doesn't concern you. Just
don't worry about these in here.
Don't
worry about those. This is Tucker's indicator, man. He created it. It's called Hagrid's Super Sniper. It's also known as the 15-minute destroyer.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
What is it based on?
I can't disclose the proprietary tech, Jackus.
Oh, okay.
It is free to members of our Discord, though, I'll tell you what.
That's cool. I mean, it can be like, I don't know what is it based on.
The martingale. That's what it is.
It's basically just like RSI, isn't it? It's like
no.
But
it's much
it doesn't
more
matter.
Complex than that, Max.
The thing is that if you use it as a confluence tool with a nice context, then it can be very useful, right? I don't know what is it based from, but lots of these are good when used as a confluence. But what happens is that mostly people take these and then they like trade based upon them and completely ignore the price. And people need to keep in mind that price is always first.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker, I'm gonna steal the screen back for a second.
Go ahead.
Pulling a Tommy.
Would I be okay to pull a Tommy? I don't.
Tommy wants to pull out.
Here, I'll do it for you. There you go.
All right. Listen.
All right.
So this is Jackus is gonna like this. All right.
What am I looking at, Max?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what you're looking at. Give me just one
macro,
second.
Max?
I know what we are looking at. I just want to add that lots of those economies are basically EU, like based on EU, so you can delete half of the lines.
Well, I like the individuals, Jackus. Okay.
I'm just saying that you want to use those that have their own central bank. Because, for example, Spain uses euro just as Portugal and Germany and so on, right?
Okay, so I should delete Spain.
You need to look up. That's what I did back then. You want to look up those economies that have their own currency and own central bank.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mainly.
That's fair.
Right?
I was just looking at all the all these 10-year yields, and I noticed that besides Poland, the US, which is in like the really thick dark red right here,
yeah,
the US is so much higher than the rest of them.
Yeah.
Which only means one thing.
Yes.
Straight down.
Yes.
You need to come back down here and join. It's like the average of all of them is like right in here, 2.6 to 3.6. We need to join the pack. Join the pack.
It will. That's a good estimate and good analysis.
It's okay. It's decent analysis. It's not, it's not quite like your macro analysis, but it's decent. It's good enough analysis. It paints a picture.
No, I like it, and I like the way that you are using it. Like, right? That I just wanted to add that bit of context with Europe's countries, because it would be like, I don't know, like doing a Texas 10-year versus New York 10-year yield, right?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Probably need to get rid of some of these.
Yeah, like Japan's good, China's good, Great Britain's good, France just that's gone because euro. You can leave, I suppose you can leave, for example, like Swiss, because Swiss is very, like, they still use euro, right? But their country is very specific because of all the Illuminati banks and so on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't
Netherlands.
say that, Jackus. You can't say that. There's no Illuminati banks. No.
Yeah.
What about the
All right.
Netherlands?
Netherlands is just the same as Germany. Just they use euros, right? Belgium the same. Italy is the same. Spain's the same. Portugal same. The ones you can add is like, for example, Romania, Hungary, Sweden. Those use their own. I'm not sure. There's a little bit more than that. I think maybe the Danes, like Denmark, they use. I think they have still the Danish crown, but I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, we'll need to go through it and make like a giant yield sheet and just compare all the countries.
You're missing euro though. Euro 10-year, EU 10-year. That's very important one.
Let's make this dark blue. Look at these guys. They're hanging out at 2.6%, and the US is at 4.45. Get down there. Get down there. That's where we're going. What else could I add on here, Jackus? What's a good one?
Well, from the other side, as I said, like Romania, Sweden, I think.
What's
it's gonna be like
Romania?
RO. I think 10. Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
You can add Sweden, which is gonna be like either SE or SW. Oh, it's SE.
Okay.
Hungary has their own currency still.
What would Hungary be?
HU.
Ooh.
Australia might not be bad.
Would that be like AU?
Yep.
Yeah. Similar to us.
Yeah, but Australia is very specific though, because it's on the other side of the planet as well. I mean, Japan's too, but yeah, it really depends what we want to measure and so on. Like, once again, context needed.
Yeah.
Look at those spikes in COVID.
Disgusting. But what is this alpha here? Oh my gosh. What is this?
What is this?
Who drew this?
They told us to short at 84.
Do you remember there was a particular macro head on one of our spaces that literally right here, Jackus, was like explaining in hindsight how short they were going to be the long end?
Yeah.
Like how short they were getting and how screwed everybody is and how this time is different. Like right there.
Right
and then
there.
I messaged you on Discord, Jackus, and I said he's super bearish. The long end, I'm buying tomorrow, and I literally bought more the next day.
That's the perfect confluence, Tucker. You need to integrate that one onto the charts with arrows.
Yeah, he's a good indicator. Yeah.
Man, I like posted on Bitcoin during 2022. There was Nouriel Roubini. I don't know if you guys know him. That's an US economist. And he got he got famous because he was one time lucky during the '08 crisis. So now he's like this famous economist, and he roasts Bitcoin at each cycle bottom. So I made that post with Robin. Actually, I'm gonna find it, and I put it on the chart that day, and it legit was like so close to the bottom once again.
Yeah, we got to see that. We got to see that.
And you can use that with, I think, the other economists. Like you can definitely use it with what's his name, Peter Schiff too. That wants to counterindicator. And there is the other guy, another economist. Forget that as well.
This is a perfect market maker sell model, by the way.
Yes,
this
it is
textbook, and they commented on price on their Twitter.
It's over.
As soon as a protocol or a project or a whatever decides they want to start commenting on price,
yeah,
it's ogre. This is a perfect market maker sell model, guys. Perfect.
Yeah. That's another one, man. Like whenever a project starts to get too cocky and starts ridiculing people betting against it, that's another like so.
Oh, it's not good. It is not good. Here, let me.
I mean,
pull
the
this
thing
up.
is at least that they deleted it, right? That's at least something.
Yeah, look at this here. Hang on, boys. We're gonna put this on. We're gonna put this on the chart so you can see how textbook this is potentially going to be. It's like you hate to see it, but you also love to see it. Look at this. Oh no.
I sent it in the private chat, Max, with Robin.
Okay. Let me finish my making colors here. What are we supposed to do about this, guys? What are we supposed to do about this? Tucker?
We've been saying 350. That's the spot. We've been saying
just trends so hard, man, in both directions. It's such an insane coin.
Yeah.
I'm still bullish on it. Like I'll
flip it and throw a buy model on there too.
Oh, then you want to buy model to the upside?
Yes.
Just know that this is as low as it's getting, and you shove down here. That's it.
Yeah.
That's your buy model. But this is like textbook. It doesn't get much cleaner than this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it still heads higher first, to like $6 or just $6 or something.
As soon as they commented on price, I don't see how it can go higher.
I mean, because of the market, right? The market still looks very decent.
You know, it looks like a textbook sell model is DYDX.
It's because they rugged you on your rewards.
I'm actually really pissed off about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they cut their trading rewards by what they were giving traders by like 50 or 60% 2 days before the epic ended. So they basically rugged everybody who was expecting a lot of rebates.
Scummy, Tommy. It's scummy.
Very scummy, man.
I think it goes higher, DYDX. I think it drops below like 2.9, but then reverts and goes higher still. I don't want to be a.
Let's look at DYDX.
I think DYDX goes to like $6.
What are these ranges I have drawn here? Oh, these must be old ranges. Let's get rid of all these old drawings here. That doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all.
It looks good.
Why am I seeing Coinbase fractal, Tommy?
Hopefully Coinbase doesn't rug like that.
No, it won't. But why am I seeing? Hang on.
I think it takes the weekly low and then reverts higher.
I mean, that would let Coinbase go to 150. That's fine, Max.
I have a folder called Max is correct, and I'm afraid to open it on stream. I don't know what it is.
Open it.
No, I'm scared.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm scared. I have no idea what it is. I don't know what it is. What if it's super wrong? right.
We'll just have a laugh. You know?
Oh, okay.
See?
All right.
Okay.
That's aging pretty
All right.
well. Okay. All right. There we go.
See?
I didn't say
Max was
Max is
correct.
correct. I have no idea when I made that. Must have been sometime around beginning of this month. I don't know. I make so many charts. All right. But yeah, I mean, these, I just was seeing the same like fractal here, like this.
I see what you mean there.
Yeah, something like, something like this. Not that they're like actually that correlated or anything, but
Hey, which is it? Is it Sol that is storing their NFTs on Rwave? AR USDT.
I'm not sure.
I think that's a good narrative come in future.
Yeah.
I think I read it somewhere.
We got Celestia. Someone wants to see Celestia. Celestia. Yeah, Celestia.
Good price.
So, I mean, I'm kind of looking for this to literally just like reclaim this normie breakdown and just not care at all.
I love
this
it.
is a deviation. But I mean, you have to be a little careful. I wouldn't throw like huge money at it here. I'd probably just try to line up my buys with like ETH coming back to the CME gap down in here, and then maybe just say it's time to go risk on. Not that they're super correlated, but you don't want the headwinds of Bitcoin and ETH pulling back. But we have lost trend. I'm not looking to short. I told our Discord, I posted this last night when we were around here, give or take. I said we are losing trend. I'm not looking to short, but just be a little bit careful. And I'm only looking to buy. So at the same time, I mean, we have lost this trend, but we are maintaining market structure. Like, let's just mark out some lows here. Like, here's a low. Here's a low. Here's another low.
Yeah.
We are holding lows right now. It looks like we're running out of steam a little bit. Like it's becoming, so think of it like a bouncy ball, right? Like huge, medium, smaller. I don't want to see like this start to happen. I don't want to see the momentum dwindle. But as of right now, like unless you lose 630, I'd say it's still bullish. Even if it lost this trend, you just have to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, like when I look at this chart, I don't really see anything that's usually the top formation. Like there is no real like fuck you candle to the upside or something like that. There is no prior inefficiency leading to it or anything. So I think this should continue higher here, but it may take some time.
$10.
I could see that, Tucker, from like a everyone just wants double digit.
Well, draw the draw the fib, draw the 1618.
From where?
The all-time
I could
low,
see
the
higher.
high.
I could see higher than
or
those.
maybe it was that. Hang on.
Like I need to know where to anchor it from.
Just take a guess. Just take a guess, Max.
Just take a guess. All right.
That's how I do mine. Okay, wait, no. It's from
Bybit's super long on TIA, man.
Yeah.
The all-time low.
Maybe rape first. Rape apes.
Probably. I think it might get a drop down and then a big rip up. Because it is one thing I will say about
on Wednesday, November 15th. Sorry,
all right, coming at you.
Wednesday, November 15th.
This trade is maybe a touch overcrowded, locally speaking.
So Tucker, you were wrong. That's actually at almost $11. So not
no. I know, but the high, I anchored it to this was like 2 weeks ago when I did it. So these recent highs weren't even set. So I was talking about the highs from the 15th. But yeah, if you redraw it, then
I agree with Max.
But
it should reclaim the trend line that was broken. That would be like a perfect bait.
But yeah, 10 or $11. I like it.
I mean,
1060.
if it breaks higher, I see it going higher, like $13.
I mean, we're going to $100. Let's be real. It's just gonna take a couple years.
It's
But
gonna do a blow off, man. It's gonna like
Yeah.
maybe do something like this, go
Yeah.
straight up, and then it's gonna crash back
Yeah.
down to here, like $5, and reaccumulate at this point of control. Like there's gonna be a point of control that forms somewhere up in here.
yeah,
You know, like right now it's down here, but we'll have a point of control like right here, and that's where you shove. But it'll do something like this. It'll just go crazy. And
wait. Before you delete that, what you need to do is save that folder. Max is correct, and then open it.
Okay, fine. We'll save it. And we'll come
How
back.
did you just select everything?
That's a secret.
Control. You press Control.
You press on. You're on an Apple, right?
Yeah.
Hold down Command and then just drag your mouse.
Oh man.
Witchcraft.
Literally. Jeez.
Guys, we're 2 likes away from 70 likes. If there are 2 people out there listening right now that have not liked the stream yet, please consider liking the stream. I'd love to get to 70 likes today, guys. It would make my heart warm if you could push us up to 70 likes. And right now we're at 69. Maybe we'll stay at 69 then. That's fine.
Nice.
That's fine, yeah.
69 is a good
Nice.
number.
Have you guys seen the movie Goon, the hockey movie?
Yes.
Pick the
Yeah.
number 69. It's hilarious.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. What's ETH doing? Nothing. ETH is doing nothing. What's Matic doing? Nothing.
Alts are
Check.
kind of getting smashed today, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
Max, check the tweet that I shared.
Oh, I
With
forgot. Yeah, let me see.
the Robini.
I am Jackus. Oh, geez. All right, I'm going to put that up on the screen. Hang on.
Let's see it.
Hang on.
And I, as usual, I shared it live, not like back in hindsight that I would share it now, right?
No.
This guy's name on Twitter is I am Jackus. He's a pretty good follow, guys. I would definitely recommend. He's just starting out on Twitter, guys. It's a small account. So
Isn't this guy Dr. Doom, the guy you quote tweeted or whatever?
Nuriel Rubini.
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that Dr. Doom? I'm pretty sure. Oh, we're kind of rugging right now.
No. That's the famous economist.
Yeah.
Robini. And these guys get it wrong always. Like these are he will testify against the U.S. Congress and was saying like how Bitcoin is super.
Oh, we got some
shitty
Binance
asset.
news, guys.
What happened?
U.S. seeks more than $4 billion from Binance to end criminal case.
Pullback loading.
Okay, wait, hang on. That's
Load up,
bullish though.
load
To
up.
end it.
Load up.
Is Valentin on this? Where'd you see that, Tommy?
That was 17 seconds ago.
Bye.
Valentin slacking, bro. I'm gonna have to go to DB.
Hang on. Check the Twitter. Valentin, where are you? He's
U.S.
typed it up
seeks
right
more
now.
than $4 billion from Binance to end criminal. $4 billion? That's a lot.
That's a
That's a
drop
lot,
in the
boys.
ocean.
I thought it would be
No.
more, though. I'll be honest.
Yeah, Tommy was looking for 10 billy.
ETH BTC moving up on this news.
Send the link, guys. Send the link.
Where's the link?
Where's it?
Let me get a link. Who tweeted it?
Actually, this should be bullish, right?
I got
People
it.
at least think like people just read end to criminal case bid.
Here it is. It's from DB, man. U.S. seeks more than $4 billion from Binance to end criminal case.
Does that mean 4 billion or just a number
What it
greater than 4 billion?
actually says is that US is broke and it needs money. So they are basically scamming Binance, man. They're like saying, we just made this shit up. You pay us and we let you be, man.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
mean-
it's saying.
This is just another settlement, man. Banks settle all the time. Businesses settle all the time.
Oh, Jesus.
The fact that they're willing to settle, man, Binance can come up with $4 billion.
They're basically saying, we will let you guys be for just $4 billion, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's like easy, man. I'll take that, no question. No question. What's BNB doing during this?
Yeah,
man?
that's a
Let's
good
pull
question.
up
What's
BNB.
BNB doing?
Oh yeah.
Tucker, BNB, bruv.
Oh,
Oh
1
no,
hour
he's
pullback.
gone.
1
He's
hour pullback.
gone. Where did Tucker go? All right, I'll
Buy,
pull mine up.
buy the dip. Buy the dip. This is bullish, man. This is so bullish.
All right, let's BNB. Let's pull her up. Okay, all right. I don't know. I don't really see much yet.
It's pretty funny though. Did you guys notice the number that they chose to charge him? Or to buy
Oh, 4.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, 4 billion.
Dude, that's a tweet that has to happen right now. That's a tweet that has to happen from BB right now.
How many million did you get charged? 4.
4. That's a good point, though, man.
Oh, I gotta send that in the group chat.
Hang on, boys. Hang on, guys. Where are we with this news, guys? I'm upset. Bullish.
Yeah, honestly, it'd be really funny if they just like rip it up from here.
I wouldn't even be surprised at this point.
I mean, look at that. I told you that's bad news. Look at BNB, what it has done, man. Like 4 billion isn't that much for Binance, right? I mean, I'm sometimes lost at these crazy numbers, but
I think, I mean, it's probably a hole to some capacity, but you'd hope that they'd be fine with just the 4 billion fine. Honestly, I think that's really not that bad relative to what they were, being propositioned for almost as far as like accusations.
Yeah. I mean,
could have definitely been worse.
But that 4 number, that cannot be random, man. That cannot be random. I'm telling you. That's fucking made up. Like
4 billion.
Yeah, I just tweeted that. I don't know where Valentin's at, man.
I bet you they were like, we're gonna fine you 2 billion. And Caesar was like, no, make it 4 billion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's probably a bid, guys. It's probably a bid.
It's a bid, man. The fact that I'm telling you, the fact that they're willing to settle for 4 billion, man. CZ has 4 billion under his mattress, man.
Yeah. He's gonna sell all that FTT now.
Yeah.
Look at BNB. I told you at the bottom that's a buy.
Yeah,
man.
look at we're ripping, man.
Done,
look at it. Look at it. Look at that candle.
Up.
Who could have foreseen? Up. Look at it. We're
ripping. My God.
Right at the bottom.
Dude, this is bullish.
5% up. Of course Jack it is bullish.
Right here. Jack has said bullish, bullish, bullish. Right there. I mean, dude, think about it. It's actually very bullish. They're not going to take CZ in and put him in handcuffs.
Yeah.
They're like 4 billion and we'll fuck off. And you can just go back to doing what you were doing.
Legit. Like there is nothing that they basically said, hey, we all made this up with Binance. It's like, we don't care. Just pay us something, so we can, because we are fucking mafia organization. So give us 4 billion and we'll let you be, man. That's
bullish. That's bullish.
Where are
How
all
is
the Binance truthers on Twitter right now? Are they freaking out?
Here's the thing, guys. There was still a little bit of a dark cloud looming over the crypto asset class and fears that Binance would go down or something like that. Now we know that Binance is not going to go down. Okay? Who cares if the exchange loses money? The important thing is that the exchange remains intact and functional. This is the most bullish resolution possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, are you reading that from somewhere?
Me?
Yeah.
My brain. That was my brain.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just talking to the people. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah. I saw that like wasn't there you need to make a statement, man.
Me?
You need to you need to write it up.
I don't tweet. I hate tweeting, man. Literally, I hate tweeting so much. You feel like you guys are good at it. I like talking on YouTube, you know.
Me
No,
too.
I'm not good at
Me
it, Max.
too.
I'm not good
I
at
can't
it
stand it, man. I love doing YouTube with you guys. I can't stand tweeting,
Same.
man. It's so annoying. Like, I'm not good at articulating my thoughts in like very short form written content. I need a long spiel. And I feel like facial expressions and vocal inflections are really important to me. And I can't do that on Twitter. I'm not a tweet guy. I tweet once in a while, but I just, you know, I'll clip this video, I'll tweet it out. There we go. That'll satisfy it.
Yeah. No, I mean, especially as the time goes, I'm more in your camp. And you know, it's not sometimes easy for me to talk just in English because sometimes I'm looking for those words and so on, but still I like YouTube way more because I can more express my thoughts here, right? And we can communicate and everything. And fuck the algo too.
Yeah. YouTube's fun. I like hanging out with you guys here talking charts.
Listen,
Twitter,
look at BNB on the daily, man. It's gonna break now the 256 level and
Dude,
fucking
look
move.
at this chart.
And it's
oh
yeah.
My God.
And then it's going to start doing that BNB BTC chart I was saying about. And fuck, I forgot to tweet about it.
Dude, look at this. We're literally going up here, man. We are literally going up here.
300.
Look at that, man. This is going to spark this was that bear trap necessary to send everything higher, man. Just like a little pump fake on a Monday.
Jesus.
Oh man, Valentin, he missed it, man. Valentin
Valentin
said he was grocery shopping. Our boy.
I should have longed with more sizes. Up 8%, man. Up 8%.
It's okay. Everything will pump. Everything will pump. ETH BTC holding up nicely. That's what I care about right here. ETH BTC is up on this move.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really want to own BNB anyways. I'd rather own like anything else, but it is a good barometer for risk.
257.
Dude, it's so bullish. It's so bullish.
But that was like the moment we opened that news, right? And the first reaction to me was like, that's it? Like after all this drama?
Yeah, same here.
You're not gonna go for any long trial, you're not gonna go for anything, just 4 billion bailout, that's it, man. Man, that's like a huge loss for you.
4 billion to continue to just do whatever you're doing. They make $4 billion a month, man. What do they care? Are you kidding me?
260.
The fact that they get to continue to operate unencumbered.
Dude.
Oh my God. That's gonna God candle so hard.
Yeah. It is.
And remember, guys, me talking how, oh my God, how I said BNB BTC is bullish at these levels. And everyone was like, why would you buy BNB here?
Guys, we're going to 300 today. Wow.
Man, I can smell the liquidation.
Who deleted my tweet? Who deleted my tweet? I want a name right now.
Valentin.
Now I'm upset.
Man, I smell the short liquidations in the air on BNB. Like, just remember, just for example, Capo, right? He kept saying how he's, oh, I know, but like, I know that he's probably doesn't trade anyway, but he was saying like, hey, I'm adding to BNB, I'm shorting BNB to zero. And how many people were following him, in that? So I think all these people are yet to get squeezed.
There was a friend of the brand that we had on Spaces, and he was shorting BNB, and I told him, please don't.
Dude, Capo just dropped the short Matic update. I'm
No,
so
he
bullish
didn't.
Matic right now, man.
Are
I
you
mean, honestly,
kidding?
they'll probably pay for this fine with all these the cartel coins. Over the last
Yeah.
like 2 months, they probably paid for the fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, boys. I think it's about time we wrap up here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right, guys. Well, fun episode. Thanks everybody for being here. I'm gonna do a little shilling and then pass it over to Tommy. Guys, please like the stream if you have not yet. Furthermore, if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, this is Market Check brought to you by Because Bitcoin. It's our daily live show with this cast right here, plus one more name, Will. We go live Monday through Friday at 10:50 a.m. Eastern time. We talk markets, charts, news, narratives, and just generally have a great time. It's basically an hour, 45-minute long alpha dump, 5 days a week. So do not miss out. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you are new here. It's a great free subscription. Furthermore, something that is not free, except for the 30-day free trial, is our Discord. Guys, our Discord has been growing like crazy. We had an owners meeting over the weekend, and we are going to continue on with the 1 month free trial through the holiday season, but that is it forever. There will not be any more free trials. The Discord's getting kind of packed right now, and we want to make sure that everybody gets the attention that they deserve, and we want to keep it somewhat tight-knit for the time being. So we're going to keep it rolling. Consider this, I guess, the Black Friday special. But if you want to focus more on execution and how to actually make money in these markets beyond just drawing lines and, TA and stuff that most people can learn pretty easily, the Discord is really focused on positioning. So for it to that point, we all share our active positions. We have active positions channels. You get to trade with me, Jackus, Tucker, Snorlax, and Will, and Wabi. Again, we share stuff that we don't talk about here on YouTube. We give out plays. We do 2 hours per day of live voice calls. There's not a Discord community out there that works harder than we do it because Bitcoin. It's truly a hive mind community, and it's a really, really great place. And again, we're not going to keep it open forever. So if you're looking for a community to ride into the bull market with, I'm telling you, this is a gem. This is going to be a gem. So yeah, consider trying that out. 1 free month if you use the code in the description below, guys. I'm going to send that across the bottom of the screen right now. The link to it is in the description below. It's becausebitcoin.com/premium. And then if you go to checkout, you can use the code free month for 1 month free. And again, limited time on that code. We're going to roll it through a bit of the holiday season here and then probably close it off. Also, there is going to be, for people that don't get in right now, there's going to be a dramatic price increase starting sometime early next year. We are rolling out something pretty cool called the BB Terminal. All right. This is a project that has been in the works for months now. We actually have a meeting on it later today, but it is a cutting edge, revolutionary crypto terminal called BB Terminal, guys. So that is coming out. And when that does drop, all of our Discord members are going to get access to that included in their memberships. But if you have not joined the Discord yet and you are not part of the BB ecosystem, then you will have to pay the much higher prices. So if you want to be grandfathered in later for when the BB terminal drops, you should check that out for sure. And again, you can sign up and get a free month. So right now it's like we're just trying to get people in that believed in the brand and the vision and the community early. But yeah, it will not always be like that. There's going to be a higher set price early in Q1 when we drop our new product, and it is what it is. But it's going to be absolutely epic. So if you want to be early to not only beta test it as well, join the Discord. Everybody's going to get early access to it, and it is included in the membership. So free month using code at the bottom, free month for 1 month free. But Snorlax, I'm going to kick it over to you to say a final farewell until tomorrow.
Thanks, Max. Wow, man, what an episode. What a way to finish it, too. Hoping that is the final chapter of the Binance news, and we can officially close that case here heading into the month of December. But echoing everything that Max said, we appreciate everybody's support, and we've really had a great deal going with this free month in the Discord. Our members will vouch for it as well, which is cool. And yeah, no, I mean, just check it out if it's something that potentially interests you. But yeah, no, I mean, we can go ahead and wrap things up. Like we were saying, I've been going for about 2 hours now. Appreciate everybody who hit the like button, any new subscribers. You guys are the best. There is no second best daily YouTube live stream to talk about markets, and there is no second best audience for that show either. You guys really kick ass. And you've been kicking ass for the last few weeks. So we really appreciate you guys. But without further ado, y'all have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Stay safe this week, and let's see some volatility today. Yeah.